ahwɛfoɔ no atie for a mo biara kye saa mo akɔ aba de woba daily update tv so ɛnɛ na wohwɛ dwumadie no a na wasubscribe na wahyɛ na wode comment ahyɛ comment section yɛbɛgye berɛ na yɛakan ama atiefoɔ ne ahwɛfoɔ nyinaa nso atimi abusua ni nkɔmmɔ kakra deɛ abɛyɛ trending news no yɛ ɛyɛ ato Forson trial ambulance trial case ne ɛyɛ the versus the republic na yɛn nyinaa nim sɛ of late expose yɛ drop ɛyɛ Richard Jakpa a wɔyɛ third accused ɛka nsɛm bi sɛ yɛwura ato Forson deɛ nsɛm na ɛyɛ ɛtwa guo ne nyinaa no ne titiri pa ɛyɛ attorney general ɛba ne hɔ attorney general ɛyɛ Godfrey Dame asɛm na meka ɔba ne hɔ ɛne ne benya nkitahodie kokoa mu nkɔmmɔ bebree a ɔka sɛ ɔmboa no ntimi ngeli ato Forson na anɔpɛ lawyer Martin Pebu a private legal practitioner ɛyɛ sɛ na radio gold ɛne ɛfrɛ no na ɔka asɛm bi sɛ court no ɛbɛ favor ato Forson because nsɛm a ɔka ne sɛ wohwɛ Richard Jakpa nsɛm a ɔka ya na wohwɛ attorney general deɛ asɛ ɔyɛ bibi de ahyɛ ade please Akufo-Addo but wohwɛ Richard Jakpa asɛm na ɔka court no bɛ favor no which means they can what allow ɛyɛ ato Forson Kesi ato for a minority to stay off from proceeding for further investigation because nsɛm na etwa guo no ebetimi aba sɛ court betimi dismiss asɛm no said Martin Pebu ka sɛ these things will go in the favor of what ato Forson or ato Forson will be favored or ato Forson will be favored ebusua for comment share comment section nsɛm no deɛ nse wanya tape ni bi atie se unya tape ni bi ntie a ukọ ye channel no so a wonsa beka tape ni bi na say tape no wo hwe nkomodidi mu a eye attorney general appeal to eye third accused no a friend Richard Jakpa say ombua no na ontumi ya den enjele yewra eye minority leader ntie nkotie ensema na private legal practitioner yi kan eye Martin Pebu eka say the court will favor ato Forson no yenkoni nkotie nsɛm no nkyerɛkyerɛ mu ayi daily update tv so for comment ɛhyɛ comment section hyɛ dwumadie no ɛma onua bi so let say ato Forson pa amanfoɔ meaning no ɛyɛ attorney general meaning ye pa because as there is a law that is against the act of attorney general say obefa ekyiri no committee obi like abusua means so me nkotie nsɛm a private legal practitioner yi kan lawyer Martin Pebu ka say the court will favor ato Forson. In other words, the court can dismiss the case or as he said, he did mention like stay off proceeding. Nkotie nsɛm no details for comment section.
Stay off proceedings for prosecutorial misconduct and issues that I know if anything to go by, it will affect the whole trial because you see, it's like the way we say one bad nut falls all the nuts. Yes. So the whole idea is to make sure that the public sees that whatever goes on in court is genuine, is for justice, it's not for any particular with hand. So now with this revelations that Jakpa is made, that Akufo-Addo was pressuring Dame, blah blah blah. Yes, so that goes in favor of ato Forson because the thing is that once it's proven that Akufo-Addo was pressuring Godfrey Dame to prosecute ato Forson. Yeah, so you see that the substance of it is to favor. Not that it's to, sorry, the substance of it favors ato Forson. So you can't stop the trial against Jakpa and then continue against ato Forson when ato Forson is clearly their target.
I see. And then there's also the other one, because this one it involves Dr. Kesi Forson. He wants a live telecast of the proceedings. What do you think?
That's the way to go. It's the way to go. Thankfully, the Attorney General officers, they are not opposed to it. And indeed, even in times past, just a few months, even after a month or thereabout, the J trial, or even before then, Godfrey Dame himself had issued a statement that he supports a situation, a policy where for all public interest cases, they should be telecast so that, broadcast. Okay, so broadcast will include telecast, so that citizens can follow. So, and yet I heard Chia Yebua say that they are not opposed. Except that I must put on record that, look, Chiayebua has to be told that the kind of defenses is running on this Dr. Tatum should not be coming from a Deputy Attorney General. Chiayebua doesn't seem to understand his office. Deputy Attorney General is not a party communicator. It's not a personal lawyer to the Attorney General. So those things he's saying in defense of Godfrey Dame are very despicable. It's a shame. It's also that Chiayebua doesn't even know the tenets of his office. The office is for Ghana. So he, Chiayebua, cannot come and say anything about Dr. Tate and Attorney General will continue. It's such a shame. They are empty, eh? That's why I said, Deputy Attorney General talking like this as like a party communicator. Does he understand what the office is for? The office is not his personal office. It's not an MPP office. It's for Ghana. So a Deputy Attorney General cannot make those statements Chiayebua is making. The statement he issued last week was so shameful. Unlike a deputy, anything is a personal lawyer to Godfrey Dame, he's in private practice. So please, you can interview him that this is what I've said, that he's showing that he doesn't even know why he's in office. That office is occupied. It's not an MPP office. It's not an MPP office. If you want an MPP office, you should leave the office of Deputy Attorney General, go to the MPP headquarters and get an office there. He can't make those statements. It's not a personal lawyer to Godfrey Dame. He wasn't brought there to defend Godfrey Dame in such a shameful debacle.
And you just brought the MPP into the debate because when the NDC actually put out the tape at that press conference, they called for the resignation of the Attorney General. The MPP's response is he is not going anywhere. Is it theirs to make that decision?
No, absolutely no. It's the president. And they've waited it because they know that this country is polarized, largely around political lines. That is huge. Is like they'll tell you, both NDC and MPP, they all have roughly around 45% of the population. So once MPP speaks, you have about 45% of the population taking a stand to support them. You say about 40, 45, because in the MPP, it's not everybody who is a diehard, right? There are moderates and etc. So roughly on both sides. Then there are those of us in the middle there, about roughly 10%. There's other smaller. They don't want disgrace. You see, it's enough to even let Akufo-Addo resign. So they had to come in so that the thing will turn political. Then they know that they have their base. 40 to 45% of the population are behind them. So if they say they are not going, these people will be, among these people, you get party communicators, you get people who will talk privately. You say, so that's the politics they are playing. Yes. So if they didn't come out, then it means that in no time, public opinion will run the Attorney General, the President, Oforiatta, etc. down, and then it can have greater ramifications. But once they issue their statement, then they are communicating to that constant of about 40 to 45% of the population.
Are you surprised the Attorney General hasn't resigned yet?
No, I'm not. I'm not because of the conduct of Akufo-Addo, because he's very corrupt. This one is child's play. So I knew that, look, he's provided poor leadership. So Godfrey Dame will take a cue. And natural fact is that Akufo-Addo himself is complicit in this. So how is he going to come out and condemn Godfrey Dame? The only way he will do so is when the public stands resolute, when the calls for Dame to go increase, and they are consistent, and he sees that he totally doesn't have support, then that's when Akufo-Addo will act. But just on the face of it, it's a wait-and-see approach. Wait-and-see approach to see that, can the public fight? Do the public have, to say, balls to fight? Are we genuinely angry about it? Then when he sees that he's lost public support on it, then that's when he would cave in. You see, like what he did to the KPMG report. You see that he was left basically alone. He was left in the cold. You didn't get, apart from asking Neil Martin, who shamelessly came and defended it. You see, eventually, Akufo-Addo caved in. So it's about public opinion. When he sees that, no, he doesn't seem to get any support at all, then he will yield. But as soon as he seems to enjoy public support, he will not do anything to Godfrey Dami. As I said, in actual fact, Akufo-Addo, is implicated in the case. He himself is implicated in there. So he has a partner in crime as Godfrey Dami. So he doesn't want to give up his partner. Yeah, otherwise it will look like a betrayal.
But for Godfrey himself, shouldn't also he also be shouldn't this also be a personal decision that is based on the character of the person involved, that at least at this point, me staying in office is no longer tenable, and resign, even without the prompting of the president?
Absolutely. So you are talking about decency, good governance. But this government, have they told you they are interested in good governance and decency? Is that what the Akufo-Addo case is all about? In practice, you see that it's been the opposite. Kakistocracy. Government by the worst people in a society. Kakistocracy. That is it. That's what Akufo-Addo is practicing. The worst in your society leading you. So he and his, quite a lot of his ministers, of course, I cannot say all, but quite a lot. Yeah, you see, for those who are quiet, they are all indicted in this matter. The ministers who are quiet, they are all indicted because you hear great philosophers have told you, and also it's in the Bible, okay, that when you are quiet in periods of adversity like this, then you strengthen the hands of the oppressor. Yes, this is a very despicable conduct. It's a day of shame, a national day of shame. So you would expect decent people, okay, to stand up, whether in MPP or not, to stand up and say, no, this is about Ghana. Our collective brand, Ghana as a brand, has been damaged. We will not accept that. This affects Ghana as a whole. So, Godfrey Dami, go. You don't see that leadership. Yeah, there are many adults and those old people. Today, when you say you're looking for statesmen, they'll be clamoring to show that they are statesmen. But in matters like this, they are quiet. That is the problem.
Let me conclude on the note of the GBA that you belong to. This is the leader of the bar. Are you surprised GBA is yet to even utter a word on this?
Yes. No. Did I say yes? No, I'm not. I'm not surprised because GBA in the past has said they don't want to get involved in areas of politics and etc. But sometimes they make exceptions. So the policy is not too clear. You say the policy is not too clear. And this your GBA president, who was once an MPP parliamentary candidate, he was a parliamentary candidate, required that area in Kumasi. So you'll be careful to do things that will mar the MPP's chances in a presidential election.
I see. La, always a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
A lawyer. That is if the person has a lawyer. Because the rule is that as a prosecutor, you don't engage.
Law terms. I can see evidence.
Yeah, good. Yeah, times are hard, actually. Life goes on. We'll manage it. You know, the way this country is being run down, it's really, really, really terrible. Yeah, everywhere you can find despondency on the faces of people. Yeah, the businesses are collapsing. People can't afford food. It's terrible. Terrible. I've never seen anything like this.
But Dr. Baumia wants the CIO.
It's just a joke. It's a joke. It's become comic relief. Yeah, that's all that he has become. So
the vice president become comic relief?
Oh, yeah. But that has become comic relief. Because all the lectures he gave, this is the time to fix the economy. And he's not able to do so. What message is left? What message is left? The city is collapsed. It's collapsed how many years now? It collapsed, they resuscitate it a bit, then it collapses until we get more foreign injection. Okay, you see how now they delay in releasing the 360 million that the IMF tranche. It's caused the city to collapse again, etc. Meanwhile, the solution was very clear. It's a solution that has been there for decades. Let's grow our own perfume rice. Let's grow our own, let's rear our own poultry, right? Cooking oil, tomatoes. Senna, what is rocket science about farming tomatoes? Cooking oil, Unilever was there those days. They sold it to Wilma Africa, right? Those days they say fry it or what. You've allowed all this to collapse, and you are buying
intention behind the whole trial, and that they instituted the instant action because the President of the Republic and then Finance Minister Kenneth Oyata were mounting pressure on him to.
Unilever was there those days. They sold it to Wilma Africa, right? Those days they say fry it or what. You've allowed all this to collapse, and you are buying V8. Did you see the president of Burkina Faso? Recently, he outdoors, is it 400 or 500 tractors? I have the video clip. I can send to you. What is it? They are buying luxury vehicles. Ekufuado was traveling in jets. How many £1,000 per hour? I feel so for him. He just came to whittle away our public purse just to enjoy his dreams. Can you imagine such a waste of the public purse? These guys are really empty, yes? Very, very, very empty. Ekufuado, people have said it, that this man is empty. Don't make a mistake. He's empty. He's empty. He's empty. But you know, because he's a lawyer, I thought, oh, maybe it's just opposition talk. And also, Muhammad didn't help it. He himself, he got this thing cheap, but he didn't hold it dear. He just felt like it was his best right. It's the same problem. So really, it's been a problem of leadership. Leadership. We don't have leaders. Except that history is proving that, okay, Muhammad's record is better than it.
Abusunya sa mo akwa abado ba daily update TV so na ahwe dwumadi na wa subscribe na wa share na do comment share comment section me e beje bre na ya kan me for ne ahwefo nyina nso atibi na abusunya the issue on board and share Kisil ato Forson and ne ho abasem all because of ambulance procurement trial na scandal bi ni nyina ne share abra na mahama wa akonya so no almost say ambulance bi na deputy finance minister na ambulance bi procure no ato Forson ansan and say enwe pay intended that is what cause financial loss to the state na no na Akufo-Addo attorney general say or prosecute and as all cause ansem nimo na or person or prosecute era minority that ato Forson na abroad of late no mo court na omo ka ho nsem na Richard Jakwa not too long omo court akotenase na Richard Jakwa ebufu wo court wo because no all can nsem no they were ato sorry Godfrey Dami interfere no kase asedi wo ka asem na ma ato Forson minority no kase no Attorney General on can anuntumo the court should take this on record because on Attorney General ban on any nyankutahudin or ban ho meeting or testing say ombuano no omon daily ato Forson say don person mu ye bibi or ye bibi de pleasing or mampeni and also ye bibi tarnishing the image of NDC ahead this 2024 election. Until no much no case the court should take this on records no now no or evidence. Now evidence will lizima NDC for mo de emergency press conference. I would say oh here channel so that so nya binti anu akotebi. The nyina say enkota undi e course titiri between Attorney General any Godfrey Dami ni nyina ne say or say on boano na on what on jelly minority leader if na to Forson na so otimi jelly ni wi a obemo no Richard Jakwa no as obestin free and as obema ne afa ne ho ayede adi enti nkutohude na wane nkonya ska se ono nso Richard Jakwa no se eba ne saa na ye jelly obi o innocent on this case and am say ono no koye force witness and as oko kan sem bi a enim na ye jelly na ne conscience ebe delay with and as the nature of deal with him abusuan for comment share daily updates we give the best and some no edoso nti e ko na ko fan sem for frabenti no for comment comment section na ye beje bre na ya kan meti for any ahwefo nyina so atibi stay tuned stay connected.